All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of To the Max Outdoors. Be patient with me. I got you in a handheld tripod here. It is Wednesday, January the 3rd, and as you can see here, I'm back on this cattle ranch. I'm at one of the most problem ponds that this farmer has. Over here in this corner, right there below my finger, this farmer just had to have that dam repaired because of muskrats. So I'm really fortunate to be over here. This is a beautiful, beautiful Angus cattle ranch. I'm really fortunate to have the opportunity to come in here and do this. So there is 16 ponds on this property. Like I said, today is January the 3rd. I'm just focusing on 2 ponds for today because I only have 8 days until, I think it's January 11th. I believe I have 8 days until the Mountaineer Heritage season comes in. Mountaineer Heritage season here in West Virginia is a primitive muzzleloader and a primitive bow season. I always take part in that. I've enjoyed it since it came out. I use a muzzleloader. I don't use a long bow or a recurve. But I'm just going to run a water line, and I'm going to run some dog proofs here for coons, possums, stuff like that. As you can see here in front of you, there's a dog proof there. There's another dog proof there. What this is a small game trail that comes down. They feed just up the top of that hill. There's a barn up through there. So those coons are traveling this, coming in the water here. You know, I've got 4 dog proofs out here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 12 water specific muskrat sets out here. They're primarily 110s, conibear 110s. I have 1 colony trap. I've never used a colony trap in a pond before, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I found a good run down there. And I've got some drowner sets set up for them, and I've got them baited with ample. And I actually even have a, first time I ever used it, you can't see it, but at the end of my finger, I have a muskrat float over there. Never used a muskrat float, just been watching guys on YouTube making them. I built one out of pallet wood, so I don't have any money in it. I got a set of Bridger 1.5s setting on it, and I got an apple for bait on it. Never used them before. This is probably the prime opportunity to use it. Like I said, there is muskrat in here. I've seen 2 in here in the 45 minutes I've been here setting this place up. So stay with me here. What I'm going to do is I'm on a 4-day weekend right now, so I'm going to make some sets in the daylight, and I'll show you some of that. But when I go to check these traps, when I go back to work, I'm not going to be over here until 7 p.m., somewhere around 7 p.m. I don't get off work till 6:30, 6:40. It takes me 10 minutes to get here, so everything's going to be in the dark. So I'm going to try to bring you a little bit of daylight footage and bring some trapping to my channel. Like I said, this week here is going to just strictly be water trapping and dog proof style, hoping for skunks. I really like skunks, so we'll see. But there are tons of coon here. Like I said, they feed cattle all over the place. There's cattle feed. There's tons and tons of coon in here, and the landowner wants them out. So we'll get into the canine sets here once we get through the Mountaineer Heritage deer season. We'll get some canine sets out here, and like I said, this is a big chunk of property, and I could set every piece of steel I own on this property, and I could set it in good spots. It's just not willy-nilly throwing sets in. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna make a few more sets. I'm gonna learn a little bit different part of this property that I don't know that well. You know, doing some scouting for coyotes. There's nobody in here hunting, so hunting season is primarily over until, like I said, January for deer. Squirrels still in, but nobody squirrel hunts this. So I hope you guys like this, and stay tuned. Stay with me here. You're gonna be on this handheld tripod because that's I can't drag the big tripod around with me. You're gonna have to be on my hand. So I hope everybody enjoys this, so stay tuned and wish me luck. All right, everyone, pulling up to the first set of the day. Right there, we got us a nice coon, and lo and behold, we got us a little grinner chicken dinner right there. So today is day 1, January 4th. This is the first day checks on these traps here. I have 10 dog proofs out at the moment right now, and the first 2 of the day have connected, so I'm really happy. That coon there, right there, is a good sized coon. We'll get him on the scales here when we get home. A really good sized coon. This is kind of like a trash pit. This is kind of like a trash pit right here for this farm where they've been cleaning it up. And this little grinner right here, well, it's just a possum, that's all. But I really like possums. I'll take this feller home. I'll work him up just the same as I would any other critter. I know they're not worth anything, but I do this because I love to do it, and I'm gonna do my part to take care of these critters. So stay with me. We'll bring you back here. We'll check some more traps. I'll bring you back here. Like I said, I've got 10 dog proofs out, and then I've got I don't know, 10 12 other water traps out on just one pond. So I'll bring you back when we get there. I'll take care of these. All right, everybody, here we go again. I pulled up on the next line of traps. Got us a nice little, not a huge coon, but a nice coon. He's got a lot of red to him. It's just right here on this corner transition. There's a cattle crossing right there that I figured they'd be going under. That goes down into this big giant field here. And then this corner here is just kind of a small block of hardwoods. It's not a big, dense block of woods by no means, but I've got this whole, if you look up through here, I've got this fence row set. This is probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards long. I've got 4 more dog proofs out through there. They're all empty up through here. This corner transition right here is where I picked this guy up here. As you can see there, pretty decent red coon. Not a huge one by no means, but the landowner wants him out of here. And so far, that's our third catch of the day on the first night's check. So I'm extremely happy. We did have a little bit of a front move in last night, so I kind of scurried. I'll get the camera here where you can see me. We did have a little bit of a front move in last night, so that's why I scurried yesterday to get these coon traps out. Coons are a big thing that he wants out of here also, as far as, you know, the muskrat, the mink, the otter, that kind of stuff. There is no beaver in here that I've seen just yet, and there's really not much otter sign. So there is otter in the area, but I really don't see any otter in here. I've not found any toilets or anything, so I don't know. But there again, I'm gonna get this coon taken care of, and then I'll meet you back down here at our water sets. All right, everybody, so we're at the water set here. We're at where I got this pond set up. I've walked this pond here, no catches at all, no muskrat catches at all. You can see right there, that white right there, that's a PVC pipe. That's just kind of a muskrat bank set. I don't know what you call it. There's a 1.5 bridger down there in the water. Got my muskrat float out over there. I've got 110s up along through here blocking runs, and then over through there 110s blocking runs, and then back in that corner over there I've got a colony trap. Not real sure about, thought for sure the muskrats would have been running last night, but they just weren't. But that is what it is. First night catch. We've got 2 coons and a possum so far. All my dog proofs that are in the corner of this, there's a dog proof in the corner there and 2 dog proofs over there in that corner. They're untouched. So just nothing really moved around this pond last night. Maybe it's because they've had, you know, like I said, they did some work here. As you can see, that's all freshly worked. Maybe they just pushed stuff out of there for a bit. Who knows? That's no big deal. I mean, 2 coons and a possum already on the first night set. That's I'm extremely happy. Both of them pretty decent coons. I'm extremely happy with that. I really thought this set right here, so I have a set right there, right off of that bush is a you can see right there where the bank's all muddy. There's muskrat's been climbing in and out right there a bunch and feeding. There's a bunch of this floating, I don't know what you call it, moss, algae. I don't know what it is. It's more like a grass, and the muskrats have been dragging it up here on the bank. You can see right here in the camera screen. Muskrats have been dragging this stuff here up on the bank and feeding at it. I can see where they're feeding, and I can see where their little bit of a toilet is. So give it a little bit of time. This here will produce. I'm sure this will produce a couple muskrat. I just gotta figure them out. I haven't. This is a high banked pond, and it's kind of tough for me to get down in it. So these ponds are for putting water. If you can see right there, these ponds are for putting water out for the cattle. So they've got them steep banked and it's tough. It's tough to get set on these runs with a 110 because I'd almost need like an 8-foot pole to see that, and it's hard to judge depth with as high as bank as they are. It's kind of, I don't know, it's tricky, but I sure enjoy it because it's tricky. It's not normal. I got to think outside the box, and like I said, I got January and February left, and by God, I'll get some muskrat. I'll get at least one muskrat out of here. That's my goal. So I know they're here. There's a sign all over the place. I seen 2 of them yesterday. So hang with me. We got 2 more. We got 2 more dog proofs to check, and then that's it for the day. And we'll bring you back at the truck, and I'll show you the haul for the day. All right, everybody, that puts an end to the day 1 trap check. As you can see here, we got 2 coons and a possum. 2 pretty good coons. They're both boar coons, 2 pretty good sized coons. They're in that 15, 17-ish pound range. A nice black one and a red one. Got a nice possum there. As you can see, it's a size 13 boot. Pretty good sized possum. Not the biggest one in the world, but hey, it's still a nest raider. We got him out of here. I like playing with possum hide because it's really tough to do because you can pop it real easy, but it is what it is. It keeps me on my toes. I put out 2 more dog proofs. I had 2 more dog proofs at home that weren't in use, so I got them set out on this higher ridge. It seemed like everything run high last night. All the catches that we had were all high. As you've seen there, I didn't connect with anything on the water. I thought for sure if I would first night catch, it'd be in the water. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I hope you guys enjoy this. We've got Friday and Saturday. We've got 2 more daytime checks. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to snap this line or what I'm going to do because we have that Mountaineer Heritage season coming up. But I'll tell you more about that on Saturday because Saturday will be the last day for the video that you're watching. All right, everybody, welcome back to check day 2 on here on our little 3-4 day trap line that we're running here on this beautiful farm. As you can see here, this pond, well, it's iced over. I don't know how well you can see it. Had some pretty cold temperatures last night. I struck out on all the coon traps, dog proofs, struck out. Didn't have anything. I had 2 traps that were empty. The bait was emptied out of them. Probably going to assume a mouse did that. But this muskrat set, well, I hope you can see this, and I'll show you in the trap. Right there is my colony trap, and I do believe that there is 2 muskrats in that colony trap. Now, I'll dig that colony trap up out here and show you guys before I take them out of there, but I did say in the first video, I've never caught muskrats in a colony trap in a pond. There's a really good run right here below me. If you can see here, what I did was I couldn't cover that whole run with that colony trap, so I put a 110 conibear off to the side of it, hoping I could, you know, get one if it scurried by it. But the conibear is still set, and I'm gonna get this pulled up out of here and I'll bring you back, so hang tight for a second. All right, there we go. There's our 2 muskrat. Remember, we asked for 1 muskrat yesterday. We said if we could get 1 rat out of here, we'd be in good shape. Well, we got 2, and one's got cockerburrs all over the thing. I ain't never really seen one covering cockerburrs like that, but that's really good. 1 decent muskrat and 1 little muskrat, but hey, that's what that farmer asked us in here for. He asked me to come in here specifically and to get the muskrats out of these ponds, and that's awesome. One downside is, now that there is ice on here, I don't see a whole lot of runs. I got all the runs covered on the initial day when I set all these traps on Wednesday. I got all my runs covered, so I was hoping that maybe this ice would show me another run or something, but it hasn't yet. But hey, we're 2 checks in. We've got 2 coons, a possum, and 2 muskrats. That's 5 catches. That is 5 catches in 2 nights is really good, and tonight is supposed to be another front coming through, so maybe we can catch another coon or 2 tomorrow before we got a snap and the Mountaineer Heritage comes in. But that's awesome. Here again, 2 muskrats. Awesome. That's what he wanted. That's what I'm here for. So it's working. That's great. So I've got 2 more water sets to trap, or 2 more sets of traps in the water to check in the residential that I talked about yesterday. If I do happen to catch something from them, I'll pick up with you later when I get back to the truck. If not, I'll catch you tomorrow morning. All right, everyone, we're back at the house. It's the end of the 2nd day trap check. You seen the 2 muskrats that I caught earlier today. Ended up catching 1 more muskrat down in the residential section. And a little bit of a funny story. I seen an otter when I was going down and checking traps. I seen an otter in this one family's home pond, and the otter was around one of my muskrat floats, and I thought, I wonder what's going on there. So I get over there. Well, lo and behold, there's a piece of a muskrat left, and the otter's sitting there swimming on his back thinking he's funny. This residential pond has tons of otter traffic in it. This pond is, I'm going to say, 50 to 60 yards away from a main creek system. Not a river by no means, but a creek. So that otter's coming in and out of the creek into this pond and just doing what he wants. And he has a little toilet there and everything. But the family that owns this property has 2 good-sized Doberman pinchers that run the property. It's all fenced in. The whole property's fenced, but these Dobermans run the property. So I can't really properly trap for that otter. I will not run a corner bear, and I will not run a foothold at the water's edge for like a pocket set or whatnot. So I'm strictly colony trapping and putting muskrat floats out. So it is what it is. I actually caught 4 muskrats, but the otter, or maybe a mink. I don't know that otter eats a muskrat, but I know mink does, and there was mink tracks in there. But like I said, can't put conibears up, can't put footholds on the water edge, so it just is what it is for this area. But anyways, I just want to show you the 1 more muskrat that I got, so we'll catch back with you tomorrow on day 3, or check night 3, I should say. All right, everybody, here it is. We are ending our 3-night, 4-day trap line. It's January the 6th. It's midday right now. We were supposed to wake up this morning to 2 to 3 inches of snow and mid 30-degree weather. Well, we didn't. We ended up to some heavy downpour rain and 30-degree weather. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to break the camera out when we was on the trap line. I did catch 2 more coons this morning. It was absolutely miserable. I was trying to run through this line as quick as I could to get my traps pulled and to get whatever critters I caught out. I didn't break the camera out because I was doing my best to stay dry and warm and being as big as a rush as I could be. No water catches last night. Just those 2 coons, 2 more big boar coon. Man, this is crazy how big these boar coons are on this piece of property, but it is what it is. So on our 3-night, 4-day trap line, we ended up with 4 raccoons. We actually caught 4 muskrats. I told you yesterday one of the muskrats got ate by, I gotta say it was a mink, but I just had part of it left. And then the 1 possum that I've already got skinned, it's sitting over there, you probably can't see it. But nine critters on a 3-night, 4-day trap line. That's good for me. That's a good success ratio. So I won't bore you anymore with the rest of this stuff. I do ask that you tell me, you like seeing this kind of stuff, you don't like seeing this stuff. I'll continue to put it on here if the majority says they like it. I won't show it if the majority says they don't like it. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you say you don't like it. I'm going to continue to do it. So it is what it is. I appreciate you watching this. I appreciate your comment. So, and one quick thing here before we get off, not quick thing, but Al Collins from Al's Outdoors. I'll put a link up here. Al's going through some rough time in his life right now. Watch this video, say a prayer for him and his family. You know, make a comment there. As a YouTube family, we need to band together and help Al and his family get through this devastating time in their life. So, Al, we love you. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get through this. You've got a community. If anybody needs anything, contact me, man. There's tons of people here to help you. I know you're a person that's always helping somebody, and it's probably hard for you to receive help. I don't know, I'd be the same way, I would think, but everybody say a prayer for Al and his family to get through this time in their life and offer a hand if he ever needs anything. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching To The Max Outdoors.